Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're keeping safe and well. Or having as good a Monday as you can have. You know, Mondays are crap anyway, but they're just that little bit worse after a Tottenham defeat, aren't they? But look, it is a huge game for Spurs this Wednesday, and that's what we're here to do today. We're here to preview Tottenham Hotspur's Champions League clash, the second leg in the round of the 16 against Italian champions AC Milan. Now, I always say this heading into big games. No matter our opinion on the owners, no matter our opinion on the players, no matter our opinion on the manager, as fans, in my opinion, no matter the situation for these big games, we have to get behind the team. We have to get behind the players. You look at Everton in the situation they're in. Horrendous. You know, last season, the most toxic fan base in England with the worst owners. But in their most important games at the end of the season, they got behind them because they loved the club. And I think us Spurs fans need to do that. No matter our opinions on Antonio Conte, no matter our opinions on the players, no matter our opinions, you know, on the way Spurs is being run at the minute, I think we need to get behind the team. I think we need to get behind the players, and I think we need to back us until that final whistle. And then by all means, if we get knocked out, give all your opinions and slate the team and destroy the team and the owners and the manager. But until that final whistle goes, and if Spurs are out when that final whistle goes, I think as fans we need to get behind the team. You know, if the fans don't believe, the players won't. And I think we still need to have that little bit of belief heading into this game and really, really get behind the lads. You know, this is what it's all been built towards. We're not coming into this game the way we wanted to. You know, I wish we were coming into this game, you know, especially after that Chelsea and West Ham win. It was the same with the first leg. We went into the first leg after losing 4-1 to Leicester, you know. If only we went into that first leg, you know, with the games before when we beat Manchester City. But look, okay, we don't head into this game in good form. Milan are picking up a little bit more form. They started Serie A very poorly. They're winning a couple of games here and they're now getting a few more results. But we need to win. We need to win. Okay, us Spurs fans may not believe that we'll win, you know, the Champions League. But as fans, we want a good run. As fans, we want something to be passionate about. As fans, we want something to talk about. We want to be proud of our football club. And if we win this game, all of us can go into work or school on Thursday and boast about the fact we're into the next round. We still have that one little thing over Arsenal. Okay, they'll be in the Champions League next season and we probably won't. But we'll probably be league champions next season, if I'm honest. But that's a whole different conversation. But it's the one thing we still have over them this season. We're still in the Champions League. You know, and we still need to have that as fans. I think we need to get behind the team. I've made my opinions on Conte very, very clear. I backed the guy until recently. Now that we're out of the FA Cup, I still don't really believe, you know, we're going to win anything this season. I doubt we'll win the Champions League. And I said if Conte's going to leave at the end of the season, the best option is to sack him now. By the looks of it, Conte will leave at the end of the season, but the club are not sacking him now. Okay, it's not what I wanted to really happen if the manager is leaving at the end of the season, but look, we need to get behind him. He'll be back for this game. We need to get behind him, no matter our opinions. We need to allow those players to believe in what is a massive, massive game for Spurs. You know, this is what we've been building towards, a big Champions League night under the lights at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We've been building towards this sort of knockout game since we last got knocked out of the Champions League. You know, that Leipzig game at home. That was the last proper Champions League knockout game we had at the Lane. So look, I'm sure the fans will get behind the players. Our fan base, when it's unified, in my opinion, is arguably the best in the world. And I'm sure we will. But look, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the first leg. The first leg ended 1-0 to AC Milan. Not the best performance from Spurs. Spurs had some good chances. A few really, really good individual performances in there. Papi Matar, Ollie Skip. But, you know, their manager Mike from Breaking Bad got the better of us over there. And look, it could have been more. It could have been more. If Giroud scored that header, if they took their chances in those... You know, it was like 5 minutes in that second half where they could have made it more, but they didn't. And that's the reason we're still really, really in with a shout. All we need is one goal, and bang, the game's equal. So look, I shouldn't be based on our form, but under the lights, with it being at our place and knowing that they are going to sit back the entire game and we're going to have a lot of the ball, I am quite quietly confident. I do think we are very, very capable of doing something here. But I was confident last Wednesday. Or no, I wasn't really confident last Wednesday, but I thought we were capable of doing something last Wednesday, and we didn't. I thought we were maybe capable of doing something on the weekend against Wolves, although I didn't really believe we'd get a result. We didn't. I do think we are capable. We are very, very capable if the players turn up, which something tells me they will, because a lot of these players came to the club for the Champions League. But look, we need players like Harry Kane to put away their chances if he gets one. We need players like Heung-min Son to put away their chances if they get them. If we don't take our chances like we did in that first half against Wolves in this game, AC Milan will most likely score a second goal. And like every Italian team does, it will be sitting back, it will be time wasting, it will just be the most frustrating thing in the world to watch from a Spurs fan's perspective. So look, it's hugely crucial, especially with it being 1-0 to them, that we score first. And for me, it's hugely crucial that we score early. If we can score early, we'll win this game about 3 or 4-1. Honestly, I don't think we'll be able to keep a clean sheet, but we will win this game quite comfortably if we score early. If we don't, and the longer it goes, 1-0 to Milan on aggregate, 1-0 to Milan on aggregate, 1-0 to Milan on aggregate, we'll commit more and more, and they'll catch us out on the break, and bang, 2-0 out of the Champions League. So look, we need a very positive start. We need, to be fast out of the blocks. And look, I'm nervous for this game because it is a big game. But like I say, I think as fans, we need to put our opinions on the manager and the players and put them to the side until after the game and then let them out. Just get behind the boys for what is a huge Champions League game. In terms of the lineup, look, I don't think Porro was that bad against Wolves, right? He had that free kick where he hit the ball, which was unlucky. He created quite a few opportunities, going forward. But for this game, it's mad that Emerson Royale was the reliable wing-back that we're going to have. But for me, I'd start Emerson. I would start Emerson. I think it was quite harsh to drop Emerson, and yes, Stellini and Conte will call it rotating, but to drop Emerson, and you saw we dropped him for the Leicester game, we lost 4-1, we dropped him for the Wolves game, we lost 1-0. I'm not being funny, but you can't tell me that the facts don't add up. And then when we have Ederson, if only we had Ederson in goal. And then when we have Emerson, though, beat Chelsea 2-0. Comfortably beat West Ham with Emerson on the score sheet. You can't tell me that that's just a coincidence. So for me, Emerson starts at right wing back. Would I go with a back five? Would I? Bollocks, but I'm not the manager. Antonio Conte is. Antonio Conte will be back for this game. So Emerson at right wing back. In terms of left wing back, Sessegnon's injured, because honestly, I would consider Sessegnon for this game as poor as he's capable of being, but you'd have to go with Perisic. I'm hoping Perisic steps up. The one thing he won't feel is any pressure, because he's been in big Champions League games with Bayern and Inter and teams like that in the past. He's won the bloody thing. So Perisic at left wing back, hopefully he steps up. I really hope he steps up in this game. Back three for me. This is what I predict it will be, not what I want it to be. So back three for me, I'm predicting he's going to go with Romero. I'm predicting he's probably going to go with Longley, and I'm predicting he's probably going to go with Davies. Dyer's out for this game, probably a good thing. Okay, we conceded, and lost without Dyer on the weekend, but that goal wasn't a defensive mistake. Normally our goals come from defensive mistakes. That wasn't. That was just good pressure from Wolves. And, the dynamic of the game changing in that second half. So, look, that's the back three I'd go with. Midfield two, I know Skip and Sarr both put in a good performance away at Milan, but you can't put them both in there for this game when Højbjerg's back. And the one I'd keep in there is Skip. Sarr impressed me more in that away game against Milan, but Skip, for me, in the last few games that he's played, has been really, really good. I think he's looked really solid. I think he's performed well. And especially in that game, against Chelsea, goal was man of the match, getting stuck in constantly, scored a belter of a goal, which will probably be goal of the month. Skip goes in there for me. And then the front three, it's a questionable zone. It really is a questionable one. The first man who goes in there is Kane. And what I will say about Harry Kane is he needs to step up. He had a big chance against Sheffield last week. He didn't put it away. You know, he keeps getting big chances, and I don't like to disrespect the guy too much, but he keeps getting big chances, and he won't put them away. I've said in videos, I don't think we'll win a trophy as good as Kane and Son are until them two go. I don't think we'll win a trophy until a majority of these players go in the team, apart from the recently signed ones, because they're as good as they can be. They have that mentality when they're at this club. But I really want Kane to step up, and I really hope he does. He needs to. You know, that Champions League final didn't start more. Brought Kane in. The guy was pathetic in that final. Carabao Cup final, poor. All the FA Cup semi-finals Kane was in. The goals are coming from Ali and Eriksson, not Kane. He needs to step up. And prove himself as a big game player. So Harry Kane goes in there for me. Richarlison or Son, I'd go with Son. I would go with Son. I think both have been poor this season, but I think Son has more experience. I think Richarlison's been slightly worse, and I think Son's more capable. He should have scored. It was a lovely move against Wolves and he hit the bar, but for me, Son starts in this game. He's had a few good Champions League performances. That's the one thing. He had that game against Frankfurt in the group stages where he was unreal. So look, Son starts for me, and then right winger. Look, could you consider Danjuma for this game? If we played Danjuma more leading up to this game, then yeah, I'd put him in, but we haven't. We haven't given him game time, and this is not what I want. This is what I predict. And what I predict is that Kulusevski will start on the right wing. That is my predicted lineup. Score prediction. Look, AC Milan, it's going to be interesting. They've got their, their keeper back as well. Tonali, Benassa, very, 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 very good midfield pivot in there. Rafael Leao, we know that he's the danger man. It's just their wings, and this is a crucial battle for Spurs. Emerson and Perisic have to be on it, because you're looking at their attacking, wing backs or left back and right back. Theo Hernandez, the guy is more attacking than defensive. It was basically all of his play that got them the goal, when we did take him on at the San Siro. But look, we've got to watch that guy. Leao, unbelievably dangerous. One of the best players right now in Europe. So we've got to watch them too. And our wing-backs need to be on their game. They need to be on their game. Score prediction. I think we'll come out the traps fast. So we should. I don't think we'll score. And this is what I honestly predict. I think Milan will hold on till about the 60th, 70th minute. Spurs will get a goal. Right, this is what I predict. Spurs will get a goal from someone different. Maybe a corner or something, but Tottenham will get a goal. It will go into extra time. It will go all the way to penalties. And I think Tottenham win on pens. I do think Tottenham win on pens. And that is genuinely... And people go, Tottenham, but it's that same England bottle job thing on pens. But I do think Tottenham do win on pens. Harry Kane will be eager to prove a point if it goes to pens. Perisic, experience, put him on the penalty spot. Yeah. I'm going to go with Tottenham on pens. I think it's going to be a very close game. A 1-0 scoreline for me. That will be how the actual football ends on Wednesday night. I can't see us absolutely panning them as much as I'd love it. And I can't see them coming to our place and panning us. So it will either be 1-0 Milan or 1-0 Spurs. I'm banking on it being 1-0 Spurs and saying we win on pens. Thank you for watching this video. Like I say, no matter our opinions on the manager, no matter our opinions on the players, I think we have to subside them and try and get behind the team. But look, huge game this Wednesday. I don't feel that excitement yet. I genuinely don't. I should be now, but I know all Spurs fans will be excited come Wednesday, because it is a huge game. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Give it a Tyson Fury uppercut. Make sure as well to smash that like